So the web started out as a personal project of a software engineer at the particle physics lab CERN in Geneva, Switzerland, by the name of Tim Berners-Lee. He originally invented this for his own personal file organization needs, and then saw that there was also a need for a technology that researchers could use after they had gone back to their universities from collecting data at CERN to link that data sheet or even other papers in the papers that they were writing. The ARPANET was the first internet that was established and could only send text, and then that evolved with Web 2.0 to be able to send pictures and has only grown since. There were a few major stepping stones on the way towards the web that we know today. In 1992, the US Congress made it legal for the internet to be used for monetary transactions, which paved the way for sites such as Amazon and eBay. In 1993, CERN made the web royalty-free, so no credit was due to CERN or payment for the use of the HTML or web standard.
Well, in just about every way. I worked a lot in times before the internet when you had to use fax machines and you had to use bicycle messengers and people like that, and you couldn't get information at the touch of a button. So now you can get all of that stuff, and you can be 10 times as productive as you were in the old days. So I'd say much more productive. In the beginning, I used the internet when it was ARPANET, and then when it was just text. And I remember being excited for HTML2 because you could put pictures on web pages. And so coming from there all the way to where we are now with Internet of Things, and just the amazing things that you can do for free online. It's crazy how much it's changed in 20 years. The biggest change is that people expect a response immediately. And 20 years ago, you could call somebody on the phone and leave a message. Sometimes they had an answering machine, sometimes they didn't. Sometimes you'd get a busy signal. And if they didn't answer your phone call for 4 or 5 hours, that was fine. But now when you send somebody a text or you email them, you expect them to respond in a matter of minutes instead of hours. No, I like having the internet. I think the internet has been great for humanity and society, and has, especially the way that Twitter is being used these days to get instant news out and to bypass the traditional channels so that real people can see what real people are talking about in war situations and where crimes are happening. It's a great tool.
The web began as a basis for communication. It started as a chat room service where people could actually discuss matters over a computer instead of face-to-face conversation. Later, emails began to come into play. The new way of communication has the ability for people to respond to conversations quicker. Today, communication is mostly used in forms of video chats, emails, or social media. Social media today consists of Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and even some of the dead social media such as MySpace. The ability to communicate with one another in such a rapid fashion allowed for people to make quicker negotiations and even start new businesses. Not to mention, be able to collaborate with people from all around the world.
One of the main uses of the web today is business applications, ranging from websites that are entirely web-facing and have very few physical offices, to businesses that are already here that just have a website to direct their customers. An example of the former type of business is Amazon, where their entire business is conducted on the web, through the web, and they have very few physical places to conduct business, and most of those are distribution centers. Torrents were not originally designed with pirating in mind, but due to their native anonymity, that's what they've been used for. Now this hurts the industries because it takes revenue away from their content.
Communication is today now more easily accessible than ever. Pirating has become a more problematic issue, but has allowed the poor to acquire brand name software and games for free. And businesses are now usually either entirely based around the web or just have websites for consumer needs.